There's one very short verse in the Quran that I feel like is just giving us a hug and wrapping us, holding us through the anxieties, the worries, the hardships, everything we're going through. It's, you can say a simple verse, but it actually sums up our entire life and why we're here, why we're struggling, why we're okay going through what we're going through, knowing we have a return, knowing we have a place to belong, knowing there is a home of eternal peace, unlike the place we're in right now. And that verse is in Surah As-Safat, where a person who's in Jannah, an inhabitant of Jannah, is in Jannah, in this na'im, and he's saying this is the best place. Like there's no better than this. But then he says something, and he says, لِمِثْلِ هَذَا فَلْيَعْمَلِ الْعَامِلُونَ. The verse then says, for this day, for this scene that you see where this person is so content in a way that they've never experienced contentment, for this day, put in your work. This is the day you want to be eyeing. This is the day you want to be chasing. لِمِثْلِ هَذَا فَلْيَعْمَلِ الْعَامِلُونَ. This sums up everything for us. This is the day you want to be working for. This is the day you want to be working towards. Everything you're doing should be leading you here. And it reminds me of a question my Quran teacher asked us recently in class. She said, what is the value of your life without the Quran? That hit deep. Think of this. What is the value of your life without the Quran? And this question has just been on my mind ever since she said it. And then subhanAllah, as I'm reflecting on this question, a verse in Surah Az-Zumar almost like helps me cope with the answer. Allah says, أَمَّنْ هُوَ قَانِتٌ آنَاءَ اللَّيْلِ سَاجِدًا وَقَائِمًا يَحْذَرُ الْآخِرَةَ وَيَرْجُو رَحْمَةَ رَبِّهِ. Allah saying, the one who's up at night, building a connection with his Creator, hoping for the day of rahmah, hoping for Allah's mercy to encompass him or her one day. And then Allah says, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Are they the same? Are they equal, the ones who know and the ones who don't? The ones who know the value of the Quran in their life, are they the same as the ones who don't? Are the ones who are busying themselves building a connection with Allah right now, are they the same as the ones who are negligent? Allah says, no. إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Only those who are reflecting with their core, actually using their hearts to connect to their Creator, only they'll know. And then Allah says in the next verse, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِي. Now He's calling you, my servants, you're mine. You belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. O you who believe, اتَّقُوا رَبَّكُمْ. Be mindful of Him. Continue on this path, valuing the places that will take you to that scene where Allah tells you this is the day you should be working for. And Allah says, لِلَّذِينَ أَحْسَنُوا فِي هَذِهِ الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً. Know that your effort is not going to go to waste. Those who worked here will get beyond what they're working for. Don't worry. You're being compensated by Ar-Razzaq, the provider. You have nothing to worry about. And then Allah says, وَأَرْضُ اللَّهِ وَاسِعَةً. And Allah's land is spacious. Allah's land is spacious. Allah's earth is spacious. Don't limit, your perception to what you see. Because no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no limits for Him. And then the final statement of this verse is also a huge hug, like we said that first verse was. إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. Those who are of sabr, who persevere and continue despite not knowing. Sometimes you're continuing and you're not knowing when it's going to end. Allah says these people who persevere, they will get a reward that is unlimited in rewards. They might have had sabr for a fixed number of years, but the result of that sabr, you can't put a number. You can't put a number to the bliss Allah will show you. It's limitless at that point. So imagine what Allah is telling you, what the outcome of your sabr can be. The rewards of your sabr is no longer limited to the amount of time you put into it. Leave it to Al-Kareem, leave it to the most generous, the most high, the most giving. بِغَيْرِ حِسَاب. There's no limits for Allah. So may Allah make us from these verses. May Allah allow us to know the worth and the value of the Quran in our life, so we can be in that scene of that person in Jannah who's saying, لِمِثْلِ هَذَا فَلْيَعْمَلِ الْعَامِلُونَ. Allah is telling us this is the day you should be working for. May Allah allow every breath we live on this earth to help us get there.